Let's do it. We're on.
Okay, welcome back, Colbertradio.com. We're going to kind of potpourri a segment together. I am Percy Hugo, the prophet of prophet, the voice of the cutting edge from the right side of the Holy City. I would like to mention that I saw a movie yesterday, and I would like to review it for the show.
Yay. Signs?
No.
Okay.
I saw Eclipse, the sparkly vampire teenage
The one where the guy turns into a dog?
That's the sequel to the
You went to a movie meant for 12 and 14-year-old
Let me tell you something,
adolescent females?
I am married. I have not yet begun to defile my dignity.
I know your wife.
You're just starting.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're lucky it's not a Sailor Moon extravaganza.
I'm new hat at this, okay? So...
Gets old in a hurry, though.
It sure damn did, boy, I tell you what. That was 2 hours of my life.
They're not even scary werewolves.
They're boring werewolves.
They're dogs.
They're dogs.
They're maladies. They turn into dogs.
Yeah. They just kind of rub on you. They're like, hey, he's just a big sweetie.
Come hump your leg, that sort of thing.
That's right.
You know?
Eat giant piles of dog poo and eat cat litter.
Who's going to stay off the moor for a big Alaskan husky?
I don't know.
Can you draw him into the moors, drown him?
Yeah, good luck with that. But no, the movie wasn't bad. It was as action-packed.
Where did this take place?
Like what location in the movie, or
yes.
what theater did I go to?
No, what location in the movie?
Oh, it's in Washington. In Washington
Isn't
State.
the lead actor sort
Seattle.
of a James Dean wannabe with that whole pouting face and?
I think that's the character.
He's the vampire thing.
Yeah, I think that's the character. What the role calls for more than the actor.
Looks like typecasting to me.
Yeah, it might be.
So
it's probably not that much of an acting stretch for him to complain about life.
So how do these dogs get along with the Yetis?
I don't know.
I mean,
they don't get along
Bigfoot,
with.
I guess.
They don't get along with the vampires. That's kind
How
of
did you get Bigfoot in this?
They're in Washington
Upstate Washington, yeah, they're up by Canada.
So
is this where this is all supposed to take place?
Yeah, so they got to be like
Seattle
it must
area.
be this territorial battle.
Well, they have
up
to
by
be.
Saskatchewan, aptly named.
So they're doing this in Bigfoot habitat.
Right, they're in Bigfoot Central.
So that could be a sequel there.
But the thing is, it's these vampires that don't have
like
fangs against these were-puppies or whatever the hell.
How do the vampires suck blood if they don't have fangs?
Their jaws are so powerful they bite you and you bleed and then they.
See, the vampires aren't all gross and the werewolves are dogs.
Yeah, it's kind of and it is written for teenage girls.
It is.
So
they can't be too scary.
It's a kinder, gentler.
Yeah,
flick.
my wife loves the books, and she wanted to see the movie, and I don't have a problem with that. I just said, let's not go to this one on opening night, because the first movie we went on opening night, and
oh Lord,
my God, okay, it was awful.
A lot of fresh estrogen in that place, I'll bet.
It was like I never wanted to go to a New Kids on the Block concert. I never wanted to go to a Backstreet Boys concert, but that's what this was.
You're going to eat on the air.
I just did that in the last segment. It was hummus and chips.
That's right.
But, I mean, it was a decent movie, all in all. It was probably the most action-packed that any of those movies are going to be.
Speaking of Eclipse.
3 out of 5 Palmettos, tops.
3 out of 5? You gave it 3.
Yeah. I'm being...
Are you having identity issues?
Is your wife listening to the show?
Oh my God, that's right.
My wife is within earshot.
Oh, 3 to 5. Oh, well, in that case, we understand.
Yes.
Our compliments.
Thanks a lot.
You can
Our
do the secrets.
You're both jackasses. Do the secret squirrel handshake. Anyways, let's move on to another piece of entertainment news here. I wanted to hear your comment on this. Mr. Malik Abu Shazaz's super racist Gibson. What's going on with him?
What an idiot.
Have you heard what he said?
I have
Did
not.
he not?
He's being investigated out of the country.
Did he not listen to Alec Baldwin's rant on the telephone with his daughter?
I think he's being investigated for domestic abuse or something.
Yeah, well, there's that. But then he told his wife that...
he used the N-word.
Yeah, when she goes out dressed like that, she's lucky she doesn't get attacked by a pack of N-words.
And if she did, it would be her fault.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, N-words.
Attacked by what? Oh, N-words. I thought you said N-words.
So a bunch of brothers are now hanging outside his house saying, well, it's her fault.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right. Lord. Anyways, now this points to something that I've always maintained.
Danny Glover must be really upset.
Yeah, what happened? What did the Lethal Weapon series do to drive everyone nuts? Renee Russo.
Danny Glover was already nuts.
Mel Gibson. The normal person in your cast is Chris Rock?
Too much contraband.
Yeah, I guess so. Because Joe Pesci was in there. Joe's laid low for the past few years. He's all right.
When Mel Gibson had his anti-Semitic rant,
yep.
He grew up in an anti-Semitic house.
Also,
he had been drinking.
Anti-women.
Yeah. Well, it upset a lot of people. It upset me too. But a lot of people were willing to say, well, look, I bet a lot of that stuff is subconscious. He was drinking.
Yeah, he grew up
probably
in that kind of
grew up in that kind of environment.
Yeah.
We don't like it. He needs to apologize for it. But they're willing to cut him some slack because, no telling what we all harbor under subconscious. But he's Braveheart.
Yeah,
He's the patriot.
He's the guy who directed the Passion of the Christ.
That's right. And, we all wanted to believe that about him. So we thought, there's a lot of him in that film. So we thought, Mel Gibson, wow, what a really pretty cool guy. He's an idiot.
Yeah, he is.
He's a complete nincompoop. You cannot believe who any of these people are.
No, it's Tom Hanks has done something similar for me, too.
That's right. He has?
What was that?
Yeah, when he said that the World War II was based on racism.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Jerk.
What an idiotic thing for him to say.
And especially a guy who's been so associated with World War II.
But, this does not...
He said that we continued to fight. A lot of that was American racism towards the Japanese.
This does not actually lend itself strictly to Hollywood or celebrity personnel.
No, it's very true, but it's definitely magnified.
A friend of mine said, when you're standing in line at the grocery store and you're checking out, and you're putting your stuff on the conveyor belt, and the guy next to you, he's kind of got the little divider, and he's putting him stuff, and you think, oh, look, he's got some of the same stuff. He's just like me. He's not like
you at all.
He's totally different.
He could be keeping a woman in a pit in his basement for all you know.
Goodbye, horse.
It covers itself with the lotion, or it doesn't get to eat.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. What this tells me is that easily the most observant people in Hollywood are the creators of South Park.
Absolutely.
I really admire those guys.
They've been vindicated, Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Okay.
They've been vindicated time and time again. Every time, their first episode to feature Mel Gibson depicted him as batshit insane.
And they were right on the nose.
And they were dead on.
Right on the nose.
Like, he is one step short of smearing feces on himself and dancing around in a clown mask.
My nipples, they hurt.
My nipples, they hurt. They burn. And they brought
he's crazy, but the son of a bitch.
They hurt when
Yeah, they brought up the point that he actually has made some decent movies, which is, that's the divider between him and Michael Bay.
He makes such wonderful films. Yeah. So does Tom Cruise. So does
Tom Cruise, not so much.
Usually.
Look, nobody's taken him seriously since he jumped on the couch.
Nicolas Cage makes some
center.
wonderful films, and they are all loony as bats.
Yes, it's true.
They're not like
Jor-El.
They're not like
You're
us.
Kal-El.
If they were, they would make shitty movies.
That's very true.
I promise you, you give me $100 million budget and the story of the Titanic.
Yep.
That money's going to disappear, and I'm going to have about 3 minutes of some little kid with a cardboard drawing of a boat going.
And John Colbert delivers you. She's all that. That's what happens.
That's right.
Some floating turd.
I would have made Ishtar.
Yeah.
It's time
glitter.
to get your groove back.
You remember the movie Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow?
No.
It was awful. But the story behind it is, this guy spent years in his basement, basically, using animating technology to start making his own movie. And Sky Captain was the story he was going to tell. Well, this gets released, this 6 minutes of footage, and all of a sudden these stars jump on board because they're like, this is going to be great.
It's going to be
This is going to be awesome. It was shit. It was absolute schlock.
That's what I heard.
It was 2.5 minutes or 2.5 hours. No one will ever get back. We're all dumber for having seen that movie. And then Mel Gibson is just an extension of that. You're right. Normal people don't make good movies.
Michael Jackson, enormously talented. Would you let your child spend the night at the Neighbor Ranch?
No!
Are you out of your mind?
What crazy parent is like, oh, Michael Jackson's fine around the kids?
Remember David Chappelle did that on one of his episodes where he goes, he did Thriller, man. Thriller. And the guy said, then you let your child stay at his house? Hell no!
No! Yeah!
Anyway, we got to get off right now. We'll be right back with GoRadio.com.
Ron White's bit about
Hey, what are you going to give that? Oh, 3 out of 5, right?
Yeah, 3 out of 5.